Shannon's like, do I have to keep holding this thing? Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
It's different. You're like a Gelman. On the Regis and Kathy Lee show, you've never. He's always kind of off camera, but they talk to him.
And stuff.
And I think there's a thing where there's just a little bit of camera movement that adds sort of a nice element to it. That's what I think, at least. Shannon's like, hey, I'm getting paid by the hour, so
keep on going.
Whatever. Yeah, how bad could that be? Please have a seat in this comfy chair and hold this.
And I have the bird feeder in front of me. I'm good. Golden.
That's right. The camera shakes a little bit and you hear crunching noises.
Yeah.
Hey, so what should we get in our bird feeder next? That'll be the question for the fans out there.
Well, the fact that this is corn and kind of looks like the Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner feed.
Oh yeah,
it sort of goes with
where he
it,
puts out
bird feeder.
The bird feeder.
Yeah, so I was dumping corn.
I've always wanted to do a Greater Demon of Cahorn and paint his head white, his middle orange, and his legs brown. Candy Cahorn. I've done this joke before, I know that.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard me say that? Candy Cahorn?
No, so
oh, his legs yellow. That's right. White, orange, and his legs yellow. Yep.
I think you should do it.
Yep.
In honor of Halloween.
Corn syrup for the corn syrup god. So, yeah. What is it about candy corn that you just can't stop eating it? Well, you don't have this problem.
I ate 3.
No, because I'm a sugar fiend, and...
What is it, Shannon? We were talking about this a minute ago.
I don't know. But I don't like the chocolate ones, so it's only the regular ones.
It's just, and it's just so sweet.
It kind of is like cotton candy, just condensed. Has that sort of same flavor.
Oh, yeah. Bone meal and earwig honey. Secret ingredients.
Ew.
Yeah, no, well, everything's ew to, to you, eating good. No, she eats good, wholesome, organic food.
Honey. How did you feel about
and
that?
I need to, hey, that's all natural right there.
Okay.
Yep. We got some agave nectar, and I can't remember which of the kids, but he or she wants to, actually...
Really? I didn't think it had that much flavor. We use it.
Does it really?
Because it's better for glycemic, it's lower. But to me, it's like corn syrup kind of in the flavor. It doesn't taste like much.
I need to really... I've improved my eating habits by at least 50%. I got rid of soda. That was a big one. No soda.
Yeah, that is huge.
It's out.
You used to drink soda a lot.
Oh, yeah. Go over to the gas station. Oh, that's terrible.
It helps that the gas station's not across the street.
Get a greasy old chili dog. 3 packets of Necco wafers.
Yeah, look back at the morning shows and other things and you'll see that.
This stuff. What was there? Wasn't there a morning show where I was eating I had a tub of tapioca pudding? I'm like, ow.
Yeah.
So bad. But hitting 40 has changed my mentality. That I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
That and the Twinkies.
And it's like, my grandpa died. Then my dad died. So the Grim Reaper's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, beep. Yep. Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, there you go. So one of my theories is that I'm actually in a giant hologram, and I'm really the only real person on the entire Earth. Yeah. It's a test. It's a test of what all.
Isn't there a movie like this? It sounds really familiar.
There is one. And
I don't know what it's called,
maybe the idea is coming from my subconscious from that. Yeah. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, where the guy, I read it on Wikipedia. It has an unusual title. It has some number in it. The name of the movie is number 6 or something like that. Yeah. Where a guy actually is figuring out, he's like, oh my God, this certain number keeps coming up. It's not the one with Jim Carrey, it's 23 or whatever it is.
No.
That was a different sort of movie.
But, it's they are holograms and there's different planets and people are the only person.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, that's not.
In this one, he finds out that he actually is God and he puts himself into this test to
I'm not thinking of that one.
To experience lifetimes.
Okay, but the other one is what he was talking about this morning, which is everyone's got their own planet.
Right.
There's one person and then everything else on the planet is just
fake.
That it's because you could. What could be the thing? I saw that on a show where it was animated shorts based on the Matrix, and there's a part where there's a machine. They take a robot and they plug him in, and it's well, everything's virtual reality for a robot because they process everything through mechanical lenses, right? So how can this being tell what's real and what's not real? Because when he's in the real world, it's just sensory images being processed through a mechanical device. And so they can't really tell what's real and what's not real.
Like real reality glasses.
Yeah. Real reality glasses? Oh yeah. I saw a short somewhere where it's like, hey kids, it's real reality helmet. And it's a helmet, but it's just open in the front. And the kid's like feeling bark on a tree. He's like, wow, it's so real. He's smelling garbage. You can smell things too. I.e., why don't you just get out, because the real world. And that's why I can't seem to get my role-playing games to last, a decent amount of time, like when I was growing up. Because when I was in high school, I had a time but no money. And I had really time to just blow on all this stuff. But now my reality is so awesome that I don't want to really leave it. Of course, this is a guy who owns a game shop. But like my family life is awesome. My marriage is so awesome.
You just do shorter.
My job is awesome.
Shorter sets
is
all.
Well, that's why war games are so great. Is because you get out your guys, you play it, you have, in a way, you have a fantasy.
Yeah, but it's got a starting point, and got an ending point, and you
in
can
2
go and do
hours.
things. So.
Whereas a role-playing game requires 5 to 10 hours a week of dedication, and that's not in the cards for guy in his 40s with 4 kids and a business.
Oh, I don't know. For a while there, you were doing Wednesday nights for 5 to 6 hours.
I was, but see, that's just it. When I say long running is 50 or more sessions.
Oh.
If I run a campaign or an adventure that's 12 sessions, that's nothing.
12, 10 or 12
that's
sessions.
That's basically no holding back.
All right,
Nose itch break. That's good. Taking these videos made me realize that I have just dozens of odiferous personal habits.
Odiferous?
Itching, scratching, and digging.
I'm sitting beside you and you use the word odiferous.
Yeah, no. Well, in the last one, I noticed I was licking my lips. Hey, lizard man. My wife's always trying to improve my posture. Like, she's like, sit straight, roll your shoulders back. Like, we'll be in the bathroom and she'll, like, get me into some kind of pose. And it feels so unnatural. Like, I'm like, she's like, oh, yeah, that's great. And I'll be like, ugh. Look at the man next to you. Now look back at me. that one. I brought Tammy down to watch that commercial. And I was, like, sitting there like this. I believe with no shirt on to really masterfully complete the effect, So yeah, well, I think that's about it. Really. We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did talk about the reality of
what was it again?
Of existence.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, I don't really believe that. I just one of the many unusual ideas that pop into my head. No, but there was another movie. Hold on. I think. No, I can't remember.
I bet everybody knows what these movies are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well,
yeah.
we'll in the 100+ comments, we'll have, it's this, that.
Yeah.
Don't forget, vote on your next bird feeder candy.
Oh, yeah.
What you should put. The only thing we're eliminating is ribbon candy. Everyone has that, like, in their grandma's house where it all just sort of solidifies, and it has dust on the top. You're laughing, so you must have seen this before. My grandma had a hard candy dish that was, fossilized.
Yeah, the lemon drops have a protective crust.
The lemon drops went fast when I had them, actually.
Lemon drops are great.
Lemon drops did well here.
Yep. Because you just don't eat them as fast.
And then you had
the candy
some kind
corn.
of mint.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't you. There was a mint, like a pink peppermint.
Pillow mints? Oh,
Peppermint.
no, I got those.
Okay.
For some reason, those looked good at the time, but well.
People ate them,
gross.
mostly.
Is that what your kid ate and put back?
Yeah.
My 5-year-old son
We threw
came
the last
in,
bottom part of it away.
and I assume this is who it was, but he sucked on one and then put it back in because there was like a half. I'm like, oh, gross. So I had to like excise it, like a tumor, and just get rid of that and go wash them out again. That's pretty foul. Oh, and my 5-year-old son, he's down here, and I got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards super cheap off of eBay.
That's right.
Because he doesn't know the difference, right? And when he's not looking, I'm throwing them out into the main room here, right? He's like, whoa, and he finds them on the floor. And his conclusion was they were falling out of the ceiling. And so that's
love
great.
that.
That's been one of my
You
great
love that
delights.
innocent kind of idea that the whole
yeah.
world revolves around and supplies you
Yeah.
as a child with all the things you
Oh,
need.
I think there's something to
I
that.
think there is,
I
but
think
it's really
the
great.
universe has been good to me. God is good and gracious and merciful. That's my conclusion at year 40. I just gotta relax. Just gotta like, because you're so stressed. We have a neighbor where she's like, she came over this morning just to visit my wife, and she's like, I haven't slept for 4 days.
Oh.
And I'm like,
Kids or something else?
no. She's just so stressed out.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
without going into details, it's all things like there are problems, but the main things are okay. I mean, she's got a place to live and good food and all these things. And I can't, but it made me introspect a little bit. It's like I'm just so
Well, different
stressed
things
out
stress
over things that
people
really
out, though.
aren't that big of a deal. I remember this one story where there's a guy in a basement, like these two guys work in the basement of this building. Like it's not the best circumstances, and it's this old guy, and he's eating sausages for lunch every day, and the young guy is like, this job sucks. This is terrible. You know, how can you stand being here after all these years? And he's like, and you have to eat this gross sausage every day, you know? What are you doing? And the old guy goes on to explain that he was a prisoner in a concentration camp and that he lost everything, and he describes how horrid this situation was, and he says, while I was there, I promised myself that I would eat sausage every day if I ever got out of there alive.
Oh my goodness.
And that the young guy was like, oh man, I'm an
Oh.
ingrate. And cosmically speaking, you know, I've really been a bit of an ingrate. Being so stressed out over things that really aren't the big things.
Yeah.
I have a
Finding
great
balance.
marriage, I have healthy kids, I've had perfect, almost uninterrupted perfect health my entire life. And then this job.
That's true.
Yeah.
You got it all.
Yeah, you got it all.
Jerk.
Everything else is just annoying. And that's what the old guy said. He says you're not distinguishing between problems and annoyances. I'm paraphrasing all of this, but yeah. So anyway, on that note, all right, I think we really are done. This is at least 45 minutes. That's how it always ends. We're going to do a quick one, and then we don't.
No, we just blab.
And then I didn't let Sarah get in a word edgewise.
Didn't have any words to edge.
I think you're under 20% this time.
I think so.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. I had nothing to say.
Okay, bye, Blue Table fans.